LongHaul Larry and Big Blue. We are at the shop here at the yard. Here's all the ADL trucks all lined up. 797, and I think this one's 791. It's the Peterbilt. And Big Blue. It is Wednesday, March 27th, I believe, 2019, and I am back here. I actually was up in York this morning and picked up a load over there and loaded it up on R69. Brought it back down here and dropped it off, and I'm going to be hanging out for the day and doing some work around here. What we got going on is APU problems. There's some other issues that the boss wants me to look at with this truck and stuff, but he was asking if I can do some things. One of the things is oil change, and he's got these are the, it's an oil change kit. It's for fuel filter, oil filter, air filter, everything, and it's also got the filter that goes underneath the bunk. So we're going to do that, change all the fluids over in this here tri-pack, but this one is having a problem, and 791 is also having the same problem, and I believe I know what it is because I've been through this before. If you guys seen the past videos, it's this right here. It's a fuel pump. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some checking before we go tearing this apart. But first thing is I'm going to fire it up and show you guys what it does. So we can come in here. Oh, here it is up here. See, it's got codes. We're going to turn this. We're going to turn this off. And we're going to turn it back on. And we'll turn it on and we'll see what it does. The alarm glow plugs are heating. I don't know if you heard that first little tick. But what you can not hear is it going tick, 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 tick. And that noise is an electronic fuel pump. It's not doing it. That's what it does. See, it's just not, it's not getting primed. It's not getting fuel put up to it. And I don't hear that tick, tick, tick noise. So the first thing I'm going to check is actually in here. This is where the fuse box is. And the F7 fuse that's inside of here is a 40 amp fuse. That is a fuse that drives the fuel pump. So we're going to pull that apart and make sure the fuse is not blown. And if it's good, then I'm going to pull the fuel pump out of this and put in a new one, and we'll give it a try again. Alright, we're going to look for the F7 fuse, which is a 40 amp. It's right here. Pull it out. And it is good. It's all good. All you got to do is just look at it, see if it's got a burnt out centerpiece there. It is good. So now I'm going to go to the fuel pump. So I'm going to tear that apart. I'll just leave this off just in case I blew out a fuse or something. Alright guys, this takes a special bit to take it off. It's a T30 bit. And yeah, I do have my D-wall. I did have it the last time when I was taking apart mine. Somebody asked me that question. I couldn't fit it in there because it was too close to stuff. Like the other side, I'm gonna have to use a wrench, or a ratchet. But this one is missing the mud flap, which is something else that my boss asked me if I could fix. So he bought some new ones. So we'll zip all this apart. These screws on the bottom cover here, you do not need to take them all the way out. There's actually a slot cut in them. So you just basically loosen off so they have a gap like that. So that one on the side, it's the same thing. So you know the covers come loose. I just have one more to go. It's right here. See, when you loosen this one, the whole thing is going to drop. It's going to pivot. Drops down, and slides forward, and there's your cover. Belt feels good. Here's your alternator. It's got the new ground wire. It's good. Everything looks good. Alright, right here is the fuel pump. So we're going to be taking this fuel pump out. There's the electrical connection right here. You just unplug. There. Take this fuel line off, and then you pull these bolts off, and there's one back here in the back on the side that's kind of a goofy one. But you do that, and that'll come loose, and then you can bring it down and get to the other hose in the back. That's going to be a 9/16 here. There you go. Get that down out of the way. There's a nut on the back side of these two. So, I think it's a 7/16 if I remember correctly. These here are threaded, have thread inserts. There's another one, and it's back. It's back behind here. I can't remember exactly. I gotta find it. It's way back. So we can go up underneath here. Let's see if my wrench is long enough to get up in. I doubt my camera is picking this up where it is because I can barely see because the sun is right in my face. There we go. You can see right here, that's the other 9/16, so we're going to take that one out too. Now, this is all kind of tied together. Great. Alright, so now we got it all loosened up. We got the hose out the back side of there. I need to find that. It's a 3/8. Oh, my knee, my knee, my knee. A lot of you guys been asking about my knee and stuff. It's back to what it used to be. I really can't bend over very much and kneel on it. It's been like that for many years. So it's just the way it is. Sometimes when I bend down like this, it'll pop out of joint. That's what happens to it. So now we just loosen these bolts here. Got a nut on the back side. Somebody really crank tight. That's actually into the plastic. There we go. Right into our bolt so we don't lose it. Bottom one. Put our 2 bolts in here with the rest of the stuff so we don't lose them. And there is your filter. So there's your filter. This is a pre-filter right here. And to clean this, you should clean this whenever you change it. It's real simple. You just unscrew it. And it's just a cleanable metal screen. That's all it is. This one's really good, but I'll still clean it. Mine was just black when I pulled it out. And then it just has a fitting that screws in there. And you just put some pipe dope on there and a fitting over here. So I'll set the new one up and we'll install it. Hey guys, just to show you, I've cleaned this filter out. I went in there and rinsed it out and some inner cleaner in there. But you can see there's a little gasket down inside there. And I just looked it over, and I mean, I don't have another one, but I just looked it over and there's no cuts or nothing in it. But you kind of want to inspect that because that gasket's going to keep this from leaking. And we just crank it on there tight, not too tight. There we go. There goes Baby Blue. It's our newest driver. Asked him how you like it here. He says, good money. He says, the only problem is I don't get to watch as many long haul area and JBG travel videos anymore. He says, I'm working too much. I said, yep. That's what we do. So there we go. We got our filter all built back up again. That's the same thing that my other filter had. It had a problem with it too. It had a little hole right there. It's supposed to be like a blowout valve, I guess. This one doesn't have it. The new one doesn't have the hole in it. So there we go. Now we're just going to hook her back up. Go. Now we just hook our hose back up on the back side. It's pretty hard for me to show you where the hose is because I can barely even catch a glimpse of it myself. Just not a lot of room there. Here we go. There we go. This little hose right here is actually the overflow for this to bleed the system, for the coolant system. So now I'll attach our fuel line here, and then we'll plug this back in. Kind of hard to get any kind of hands in there. There we go. And we should be good to go. So I'm gonna go turn it on inside and let's see if she fires up. So it may not fire up clean. There goes the fuel pump, you hear that? That's what the fuel pump's supposed to sound. That's the sound we didn't have before. See now that how it got quieter? That's because it's got fuel in it now. See if you look in here. Now it's got fuel up in there. There she goes, boys and girls. That's correct. There's a fuel pump. Alright guys, we're all good with everything there. She runs real good. She's got a little bit of a howl to it. It's actually this here. It's actually the AC clutch. I don't know if it's because it hasn't been used, you know, pretty much this winter, if it's got rust and stuff in there. Could be the bearing starting to go out. I'll tell the boss about it and he can tell him to keep an eye on it. There we go. But I always keep an empty jug with me. And you're gonna see why. Why pay a shop? I mean, I spilled a couple drops. Why pay a shop $150 whatever dollars to change the oil. You can do this. Anybody can do this. Alright guys, we got this here kit. This is for the Evolution tri-packs. Comes with everything we need here. And here's our oil filter. We have our air filter, a fuel filter, and then this is the filter that goes inside an evaporator on the inside of the truck. There you go. Now I'm not going to be able to fill this filter all the way up because it does go sideways. So I can't do everything with it. But I want to put a little bit into it. Doesn't hold very much anyways. And then we want to wet the gasket so it seals good. And then we can just unscrew this one, and yeah, a little bit of oil is going to come out. It's okay. It's a gravel parking lot. There we go. That is plenty tight enough. Then we're going to do the fuel filter, but I got to get my filter wrench for that one. We might as well just do the air while I'm sitting here looking at it. Is there a latch on the bottom? Probably. Yep. Not too bad. Push it in there. Put on. Probably the bottom one first. Probably the wise idea. There we go. And I usually squeeze these things just to make sure that there's nothing garbage in there, bees and stuff. So now we just gotta get the fuel filter off. Alright guys, here is the last part of our little job here. We just pull this apart here with the cover up. Pull off our little filter there, place our new one in. If I can get the plastic to rip. Now, I'm only getting this one done. I'm not getting to the other one. The reason why is because the trucking company here that my boss leases stuff from, I guess they have a rule, can't work on stuff here. And one of the mechanics came out here and threw a fit at me. I kind of had to halt all my work until things got straightened out, I guess. So, just buttoning this one up and then we're done. There we go. Everything is completed. I'm pumping. So, there we go, guys. Grabbed my hat. This APU is all running good. We're just gonna turn it off. Had it on standby. It's all running good. I was supposed to put those mud flaps on, but I can't do it. I can't work out here at all. So, it's gonna have to pay somebody to do it, I guess. So, I'm catch you guys later. I hope everyone out there is having themselves a great day, great night as they're watching this here video. And if you are not, I'm certainly gonna change all that around. Try it all over again tomorrow. Time to get back in my own truck. See ya.